for me, it's the stop that starts most people. Don Shula, right? It's the
Mhm.
start that stops most people. It gets so overwhelming. But just get in there. Joe Rogan talks about showing up. 99%, 90% of winning, succeeding is showing up.
It is, man. You know, it's funny you say that. When I think about when I made my pivot out of the sport to become a professional speaker, man, it was scary as hell because I had 25 years, and you can relate, man. I had 25 years of identity, of skill set, of relationship, of institutional knowledge, all of this in one place. And now what am I doing? I'm stepping into a new place. Man, I have people saying, Mike, you're crazy.
Yep.
You're crazy, man. You know, I said, but I felt a deeper calling and a deeper mission to go out and do this. And I didn't know where it was going to go. So what I want to get to in this, man, is where you were saying is with the start. Is like, I didn't know what steps 4, 5, 6 were going to be. I didn't know what my second keynote, my third keynote, I knew what my first one was. And that's all I knew. I knew I had a book, and that's all I knew. Right. And I find that we often do. We hold ourselves back. We hold this greatness back. We hold this power back because we don't know what step 3, 4, and 5 are. Like as humans, we want to know, right? We want to know that there's something out there. But if we're going to leave the cave, we want to know that there's something that we can rely upon out there, right? And we don't, right?
No, there's no guarantees.
Here's what I've done, man. I'm really big on visual anchors, right? And having these cues around. So I've got index cards on my desk and picture frames. And these 4 words, man, I lean into this every single day. I want to share it with you and with your community here, man, because they've done a lot for me. Okay. And maybe it'll resonate with your tribe here, right, man? And here are the 4 words, right? You read that?
I read it backwards. I don't know if everyone is
that right?
Clarity.
Intentional action drives clarity.
So I'm gonna put this here in the next, because I don't know if the mirrors. I don't know if it's everyone's seen it
on the wall. Intentional action drives clarity. Not just get up and act, but you've got to be intentional. And I found that if I can with intention and focus take that first step, then man, it's amazing. And maybe y'all have experienced this too, is that you get in, you take that step, and then the right people start showing up. Then the ideas start to flow. Then the resources start to pop in, right? And you're like, how did that happen? Well, duh, you took the step.
Yep.
You took the step, and then you take the next step and the next step, and it builds and it grows. You know, that is what builds the confidence. Your clarity is what then helps drive your resolve. I mean, man, you just got to take that step. And here's the other one, right? You ready for the other one? All right. Sorry. Maybe we're getting off topic on this.
No, there's no topic. This is a conversation.
But here's the thing, dude. Here's the other part that you've got to really believe. And I'd really encourage everyone who's watching this to really believe this and embrace this about themselves, right? Here's the other one that I have on my desk. And I know it's backwards and I'll read it, but here's the other one. I am worthy.
Yes. You're like not James Worthy.
I am worthy, man. You are worthy. We're all worthy of that abundance, of the greatness, of the success that's out there waiting, has our names on it if we would just have the courage to take that step, man.
Yeah, and I posted today, or was it yesterday? I think it was today, about are you pricing yourself right?
Yeah.
It's a very, very hard for me to do. It's so hard for me.
Why?
I for a couple of reasons, I'm struggling with this. Okay. I'm underpricing my and Hakeem, by the way, was here yesterday. We were talking about that's why I posted it today, because Hakeem had me thinking about it. He's like, dude, you're way underpriced. You know that, right? And I'm like, I've been told. I give a lot of value, but I am in a unique position where I go out and I've paid literally $200,000 in the last couple of years for coaches, right? Thousands and thousands of dollars for the best people to show me. Now, am I Steve Needleberg? No. Am I, Kevin, Snyder? No. But I am me. I bring my own uniqueness. I have my own values. I have my own experiences. I have my own perspectives, and I can help people. But I'm still undervaluing or underpricing, which drives my value down, because I feel, I don't want to say imposter syndrome. I just feel I help businesses who are in trouble, solopreneurs, all right, who are in trouble. And I feel now's not the time to ask them for a bunch of money, but I'm worth it. I'm worth a bunch of money. And the more, not the more they pay, the better they do. But really, if you don't ask for enough, they're not going to succeed. They're not going to value. They're not going to appreciate.
Well, I think you got back. The key thing is there. It's the appreciation. You know, I heard like early on. It's funny. I did that with my keynotes, and when it comes to pricing those out, you know, and I had somebody one time, a meeting planner. I told them what my price was, and they said, "Oh, I thought you would have been more."
Yes,
And I'm like, oh.
damn.
and that was that moment looking in the mirror, going, "Huh, I'm not seeing myself the way that others are seeing me."
That's right. Yeah. We've had that. Whenever, as realtors, whenever we put an offer in a house, or as a contractor, when I put a bid in and they go, yes, you go, oh man, I could ask for so much. I didn't ask for enough.
Man, I left money on the table. I left it on the table. But
Yeah.
you know, man, listen, so it takes time to get comfortable and confident in the value that you're delivering. And you get that by, you know, the repetitions and getting the at-bats and getting there and getting the job done. The other part of it though, man, is that, yeah, if you're delivering value, if you're selling based on value, not just on the transaction, then yes, you should feel confident saying, here's what I will deliver for you. And here's the price for that. You know, here's the investment that you would need to make.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I don't have commission breath. It's not like I need the sale, so I'm lowering the price because I don't need to make a sale ever in my whole life. I don't do this for money. But it is about charging the right amount of price where the person is going to take it just enough serious that they're going to give it everything they got, because that to them is a lot of money. To them, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It might be 10,000. It might be 1,000. It might be 100. To that person, to two different people, 100 is just as valuable as 10,000.
Well, it is, man. And the other part of it too, that you got to realize when it comes to sales in the business, and I learned this a long time ago when it came to sponsorships, and I would sell sponsorships as well, you know, back in my time, and is that you'll spend just as much time and effort on trying to close the $100,000 sponsorship as you would the $25 million sponsorship. Where do you want to spend your time, man?
100%.
Where do you want to spend your time? Because you're going to spend a lot of it in effort and energy. So you might as well go for the big one where they're going to be all in.
And plus, if you spend, well, I would say in real estate, Christy and I have differing opinions. We actually had to go to Dr. Steve Noodleberg for counseling, marriage counseling. And he was a mediator. We're like, I don't think she should sell a house for less than $2 million. And I think it's okay to do, you know, a townhouse because you never know where it's going to lead, or, you know, same amount of work. So, and we worked it out. We worked it out. But I'm with you. And I think that if you sell a house for $10 million or $5 million, how many of those do you need in a year? You know, $1 million, about $50,000 these days.
Yep.
2-3 of those, 150,000. That's a pretty good year for a realtor.
Sure,
now,
it is.
People are down here in South Florida. You're $10 million, $50 million worth of sales, easy, right? But how many? You could take your time, sell 4 or 5 a year, one every other month. Take your time, cultivate these relationships, get in there, sell 4 or 5 or 6 in a year. You're at $200,000, $300,000 versus that hamster. Oh my God, where's my next deal? Where's my next deal? Here's a rental. Where's my next deal? Where's my next deal? Here's a townhouse. Where's my next deal? Here's a, you know, $80,000. No, I'm with you. Yes. Take your time, sell 4 deals a year and cultivate these relationships, but at a much higher. And that's easy for me to say. Again, everyone's a hypocrite. Everyone doesn't see their blind spots. You know,
that's right.
That's why we all need coaches.
Well, and I call them your spotters, right? I mean, everyone needs spotters. And I mean, that's the thing. If people aren't familiar with a spotter in racing, you know, every team's got one. Every driver has one, right? I mean, the spotter is the person who stands atop the racetrack property. They got binoculars. They've got radio communication with the driver. So when that driver's laser focused at going 200 miles an hour, protecting position, trying to gain position, it's that spotter is telling them what's in the blind spots, man. Especially
when a tenth of an inch means the difference between making that pass or putting yourself in a wall.
Well, that's it. I mean, because if you're running in your blind spots, you can not only take yourself but others out of the race.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, half the field in some places.
That's
and half the field in this business might be your teammates and your coworkers, and
it is. And honestly, it could be your customer. And then suddenly you start thinking about your reputation. You start thinking about the word of mouth. And now, I mean, oof.
Yeah, it's collective. It's compounding, issues. It's
Yes.
and it's exponential growth or exponential damage. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get better at demanding
Well,
what I'm worth, and that's why I put myself out. That's why I put myself out there in these posts and
yeah.
stuff. Whenever you see me post something, I'm probably struggling with it myself. Almost everything that I put out there in these videos, I'm probably struggling with it. That's why I had to do the research, and I was like, this might help someone else. Thanks for watching that video segment. If you enjoyed it and like to see more content just like that one, click over here. If you'd like to see that video in its entirety, click over here. Thank you.